Around here, this is more than a game. It's family, it's culture, it's legacy. A community that understands the work, respects the grind, and honors the journey. From the hardwood to the highlight moments, to every player chasing greatness. This is where passion grows, where fans become family, where standards are protected, where women's basketball lives. Welcome to Everybody Loves Juju 12.
What's up, everybody? It's Everybody Loves Juju 12 Talks Hoops. I'm your host, Juju. How y'all doing this afternoon? Oh, it's a beautiful day in Los Angeles. The sun is out. The sun is strong. I mean, I was in LA yesterday. I must have been like 90 degrees. Another day was 80 in the 80s and the 70s. It's just feeling real good. Before I get started, I just want to acknowledge that we have some players over in Israel right now. And as you know, wartime is here. Politics of Israel, Iran, and U.S. involved in conflict. And I want to give, a prayer, just send a shout out to, if I remember, Tiffany Mitchell, Destiny Littleton, and I think another player, forgive me, I can't remember the other player's name, but we have some players over in Israel that were playing overseas that had to shelter in place. Let's keep them, in mind. Farrell, if you can remind me, I know it's Tiffany, and I know you're Destiny played for y'all, but she also is from California. She played for the Trojans, so I mentioned her. Destiny put out a couple of videos saying she's safe and what the deal is with that. Destiny Littleton, actually from my other hometown in San Diego. And so let's keep them in our thoughts and our prayers, please. Pray for their safe return, our safety. What's up, Jay? What's up, Kyrie? I have not been gone that long, Kyrie. Yeah, I noticed that, Farrell. I made a comment about that. Coach, as you don't know, we play a rival game, our last game, our senior day for Kara and London. Let me not overshadow Kara Dunn and London Jones. It's our senior day. So yeah, Corey don't give a shit. Corey don't feel sorry for us not having Juju, and I don't expect her to, because we're not gonna feel sorry for her when she ain't got her seniors out there. So bookmark that, Corey. I know you feel some kind of way because we would beat you at home, beat you at your place, damn near beat you on the road in for the Big Ten Conference. It's really hard to beat teams 3 times in a row, but led most of that game, took that game to the wire, ran out of gas. But hey, Corey want to make a little slick talk. Last game in a post-campus, I went to the game at UCLA. I don't recall them ever having so much pyrometrics and inviting Stephen A. and whining about nobody's coming. The only reason anybody came to that game is because you're playing USC. So, and Stephen always has said he wanted to meet Juju. So you got it. We know that you're number 2 in the country, and you are currently, if I'm not mistaken, you've only lost 1 game this year. Cool. But here's the thing. I was talking a little bit about this game to Jay, and Jay mentioned, about mucking it up and things like that. And so we got to have our X factor, the crowd involved. We're going to need, let me just tell you what I think. This is a program game. It's program game meaning, historically, when you start talking about how many times have UCLA won historically against us and vice versa. Um, it's about a response to how we played last time. This will test who we are defensively. Um, Last game we executed late. We didn't execute our screen. That we didn't our screening. We didn't navigate the screens. Um, and I don't think we really at all were talking to had defensive communication. So, but rivalries don't care. Rivalry games don't care about last week. They expose your identity, right? What USC we got to establish in the first 5 minutes is we got to fight over screens. Okay, no slipping under unless it's agreed upon and you called it. You got to hedge hard and switch cleanly, which I kind of feel that. Hear me out. Remember what I'm saying. I think we're going to switch cleanly. I don't think there's anybody that Kennedy needs to run from one side of the court following Kiki necessarily, but hey, we'll see. But I think there needs to be some switches cleanly. We got to set the tone with physical defense. On offense, no early clock shots. And the reason I don't want early clock shots by us is because of the fact that they probably have the edge on us rebounding wise, and I don't want any leak outs, easy buckets by Gabriella, Jaquez, or Kiki, or Neepkins, right? So the X factor is point of attack on our defense. Whoever guards UCLA's primary creator must stay connected, avoid cheap fouls, force the weak hand drives. Okay, so that's probably Ken on Keeks. We didn't do a good show and recover last game. You guys know what I mean by that, right? Where we show when Kennedy couldn't get over a screen and she kind of went under. We want to be able to we needed Laura. Laura did it a few times, but she stayed out there. And you got to show that hedge, and you got to show it aggressively, but get back. Obviously, because you got Dukelich and you got Betts in the back. All right. Another thing I think we need to have a lot of movement without the ball, not a lot of dribbling, and make really quick decisions. We want to slow their tempo down, and we got to try to figure out our mismatches, if there are any mismatches on the floor, right? Attacking the pick and roll. If you get if Jazzy gets a pick and roll type of thing, go ahead and go downhill. So what else I think? Try to win the rebounding battle. Believe it or not, I don't really think they're as athletic as we are. So people like Laura, people like Viv, I think they could get in there and get some and get some on the board. They just cannot be intimidated by UCLA. And we got to limit our live ball turnovers because, they're going to go in the other direction. Coach, on the coaching side, we got to make good adjustments, timely substitutions, and then have, UCLA, USC, we got to have better late game situational awareness. And I know you guys know what I mean by that. We got to have better late game situational awareness. I think London doesn't seem to, she's somebody that when I think about it, like the way she shoots early in the clock, or, sometimes she scores, sometimes she doesn't. And just sometimes she's not aware of the clock. And I think that's where Malia comes in, because I know that she understands the clock and where we're at. But if we got a lot of standing around, then that's when I notice Malia starts to over dribble and tries to penetrate, because nobody's moving. She can't dish the ball, because if she dishes to, say, Jazzy standing there and Jazzy doesn't come to it, they're going in the other direction. We got to be loud at Galen, so loud that UCLA cannot communicate. They cannot hear themselves, is what I'm saying. Let's see. So I got a question from you guys for you guys. Should USC switch everything, or do you want us to hedge? That's my first question. Buy that girl a cart. Mid range, need to win that area. I like that. If you can get Lauren Betts huffing and puff, girl, don't you know it, Brazil? And then how did Texas beat UCLA on fast breaks? Yeah, that's true. I was there. That's true. That's why you don't coach. Okay, Farrell heard me. So you want to switch? Yeah, you think we should switch everything? What do you, Jay, Brazil, Kyrie? Do you want to hard hedge and get back, or do you want to switch everything? Yeah, I haven't watched much Kyrie, but from what the few games I saw, I don't feel like they're like a great rebounding team. Believe it or not, I really don't. But the rebounds that obviously I want to get are offensive. But we got to get boards. Okay, we got to get boards, because when we get boards, we get them boards and we get out. When we get out and if it depends on the lineup, okay, depending on the lineup, that will tell Jay whether or not we're going to hedge hard, aggressively, and get back and recover, or do we just go ahead and switch? And I think it's a little bit of both. But defensively, when you want to come out, if you want to come out making a statement, if USC wants to come out making an aggressive defensive statement, how do you want us to come defensively from the get go? You want to come out like with a press, a half court, 3/4 defensive stance? I think we're more athletic than them. But I damn sure know our shots have to fall from Kara, Jazzy, Ken. And I think that, they're the type of team that knows us so well. We're Crosstown, that they would sag off of Laura, or they will sag off of Viv. They will sag off of Gerda, which tells me catch it somewhere inside of the free throw and the top of the key. And I'm not mad at them. They got to take the shot. They got to look like they're going to take the shot, Jay. They have to. Don't get mad if you see them taking a shot, like straight on. They have to be a threat. I mean, we should switch at the guard position, but somebody got to stay glued. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about at the top. Yeah. Switching heads, right? And box her out. I'm with Jay. Definitely lineup dependent. Okay, the Trojans role players need to step up. Absolutely. And whoever the substitution is, come in with an edge. Come in with a purpose and be intentional at what you came in the game to do. Like Malia, she comes in the game intentionally to stir up some shit and increase our tempo and to play some hard defense. I haven't watched a lot of UCLA, but in other games that I've watched, hitting the O boards hard leaves you vulnerable to the fast break. Good point. That said, they got to hit the board. Okay, so if we go in, that's what I'm afraid of, is that of live ball turnovers. Them getting out on UCLA, getting out on a break on that, or overly going in for the boards, and then them beating us with passes down the court. You know what I mean? Like what up, D? You could come up here. I already sent you the link, I believe. I want to see more use of Mendez in this game. Our only stretch for it. I wouldn't mind. Listen, I'm not holding back. I'm not. It's not a time to be like we can only play this many and give everybody garbage time. We lost, so let's just play. No, we got to try and find out what works and who works in this particular game. Laura will absolutely be key. I think Laura will absolutely be key. And when she gets that board, she cannot. Kiki will be hovering it around for you to throw the outlet pass. So don't be surprised if Laura dribbles up a bit so that she can make a clean pass to the wing. and because they're going to be ready to steal because they probably think, okay, Laura's going to rebound, Gerda's going to rebound. They hover around because they think that those girls can't dribble. And so if they double them or they get in the passing lanes, well, basically, like Jay said, all hands on deck. It's just all hands on deck early. Okay. We have to test it out. Do you want to play fast or do you want to play a controlled tempo game? Do you think the USC should try to play fast? I think somebody told me you want us to don't slow down the tempo because I think that plays into their hands. I hope so. I hope London does figure it out. She's at home as a senior. It's her last game at Galen. That she finds her magnet ball and that she takes it within the offense. I was thinking like if we don't get a run out, if we don't, I was thinking like if we don't get like, a read and react, and if we get down to the court before they set up, I definitely always that's Trojan ball. We're gonna always attack you and go to the rim. But if they get down and they get set up, I think we need to use the clock up. We need to use it up to about 20 seconds into the clock. I don't want a quick shot, constantly quick shot, because that's dangerous for us in terms of that, because UCLA will take advantage of that rebound and get out and score. So I don't want to see that. So I want to use the clock up. And that means that people are going to have to move, pass, move, keep moving until you get a seam. And I wonder if I'm there in if they're thinking go zone pressure, that they would press our ball, because there's certain things about us that people think we can't do, which is that we can't score against the zone. If I were them, I would do it because of their height. They have a lot of length. I'm more focused on the long game development of the young bigs like Mendez and Williams. Yeah, well, we're in the present game right now against UCLA. I definitely am interested in that. But for now, I want Mendez stretching the floor and taking that baseline shot that she has. But I saw that since New Mexico State when I was sitting right there, right behind her. I was like, "You guys shoot that! You're wide open." I was sitting courtside. That's your shot right there. But nobody knew that. I don't think she was doing that at Washington State. It was just something about her stroke and warm up. I was like, "She has a nice shot." I agree, though. Frustrating Betts is the key. Betts had a good game, I think, the last time we played, but she's never really impressed me when she plays against us. So I know she want to go out her senior year with like having a program game against us. Interested to see what y'all gonna have for us too. I'm interested too. I'm interested in what y'all gonna do. Are you gonna play a zone on us and rest a bit and just force us to take shots on the outside? Because it's really hard to post up Dukelich on one end, Sienna on another, or even Betts when you got Betts right behind you. So you gotta take that correct angle to get that shot off. I think middies are good, and of course 3 balls will be good for us. Jay, and of course definitely run. Kyrie said, "Run them, run them, run them." Jay, what I said was just in the middle of typing. Get Betts away from the rim. Get Betts away from the rim. I love that. Absolutely, get her. But listen, she's not gonna come out of that space if, let's say, she's guarding Gerda, Viv, or Laura, and she doesn't think you're a threat to shoot. Why would she come out of there? She would pack it. So if she wants to pack it, then I'd get to the midi where the big BIG sign is underneath the free throw, and have Vivian them blocking her from coming up to block, but that if I was like Jazzy, if I was Kennedy, if I was even I think London got a little corner free throw shot. But right there where the BIG sign is, floating, shooting, using the glass, at least if you use the glass and it bounces off, you have a chance at getting that rebound. Keep Gabriella off the boards. Okay, keep Gabriella off the boards because she sneaks in. And then minimize garbage points. Okay. All right. I'm worried about us turning the ball over. I'm worried about us, live ball turnovers and just playing sloppy defense. And not moving and shifting. If they goes on shift the zone, should we have stepped out to guard Mendez? She would have had to step out to guard Mendez. That's why you involve bets in the ball screen, and whoever's setting that screen has to be willing to shoot. Like you said, Gerda can hit free. Yeah, they're gonna have to be willing to shoot. We got to keep them honest. We have to keep them honest. That way the back door is open. That way the baseline is open. Like you said, get bets up high to do something so that you can make that cut or you can make that dribble drive, and then let bets close in on you and get a foul. You know what I mean? Like, you're absolutely right. UCLA is not that good from a 3-point shot. Well, they got, good on what? Defense or offense? Because they got 3-point shooters. They got Gabriella. They got Neepkins. Hell, Kiki can take threes from the top. Charlize will take threes from the top. I mean, let's just face it. Listen, they're supposed to win. We know that. But it's a rivalry game. And when it's a rivalry game and you're playing away like UCLA is, and depending on your crowd, which we know is sold out and we know is crazy, anything can happen, okay? Just anything can happen. Last chance for us to suffer a Big Ten loss, it being hard to beat a team twice. I'm curious to see our mindset at the gate. Jude, who do you think the game means more for? I think it means a hell of a lot more to UCLA because of the way we spanked UCLA so much. Corey's already making a big deal about it. She has to, because it's a crosstown rivalry. It's a program thing. The way that we had her crying and throwing clipboards and telling her team, call me tonight if you don't think your season wasn't even over yet. The Big Ten conference hasn't even started. I don't know if you've seen the documentary they're going to do. I mean, she's telling them people, call me tonight if you don't want to be a part of this team. Obviously, it means a hell of a lot to her. It means just as much to us because we hate them. So and they hate us. So I never once thought last year that USC was going to lose. Even, honestly, I know you even seeing them in November beat UCLA, South Carolina, it didn't mean nothing to me. I knew what they had, but I knew who we had and what we had. So I wasn't thinking anything. Yeah, you need to see that documentary. You're gonna hear you'll probably understand more of why people left. But I'm not agreeing why they left. I'm just saying that, because this generation is soft. This generation is a whole different breed these days. And with the portal being so much easier than it was in mine, that you don't have to sit out a year, they definitely had other options. So it's okay, I'll take my ball and I'll go somewhere else. UCLA is beatable. That's right, Chicago. Can't shoot threes. They got a whole black ops unit out there. UCLA gets up for matches in November, but they choke in March Madness. Ooh, you hear that, RC? Farrell said it. That's what most people think about UCLA. What I can't disagree. Farrell said it. They feel like they've had a team for 3 years and they just get to this point in March and like we went from the Pac-12 with the same. We went to overtime with them, and then that's how we got to play Stanford, and then we beat Stanford and won the Pac-12. Then we go to the Big Ten and we won regular season, and we was right there to win it all. The only person that can't shoot threes for sure on that team is Lauren. And I've seen Lauren try to take. I don't know if it was a three, but she tried to shoot from the outside. Jude Farrell forgot we was in the Final Four last year. He did? Oh, he said he did, Narcy. He didn't forget. He didn't. You didn't. You played UConn, the eventual winner. You played the eventual winner. You did. You absolutely did. You absolutely played the eventual winner. And I don't know what y'all was doing out there. I just don't think I guess your personnel didn't really lie. I thought that would have been a game that UCLA could win, honestly. I really did. I thought UCLA could beat UConn last year. But as we saw, UConn got even better late in the season. And I think he did that on purpose, Coach Gino. I think he was doing like incrementally getting better. If she's shooting from the outside, she's just performing for the draft, which is going to be one or two anyway. Oh, you're talking about Lauren, like she's trying to say, hey, look at me, I can shoot from the outside. You know it's true, Jay. Defense is terrifying standing out there. To be fair, UConn destroyed everyone. Not everybody. I keep trying to tell you that. I guess if you say 14 points was everybody, but we were 1-1 with them, and I never felt intimidated with our team because they didn't have nobody to stop Juju. Dude, that's one time losing to the eventual champion of the sport didn't make it feel no better. It did it. It did it. It did it. I didn't see it coming, but then, I watched her at Utah. That's why I call her the flamethrower. You talking about Neepkins. It's so funny because I thought she was going to be flamethrowing like consistently, like that would be her game, like at UCLA. I was afraid of her. I was like, damn, just when you thought you could shoot down Gabriella on this side of the court, I thought Neepkins was like, for sure, a dagger, like consistently, like to be like number 2 or 3 in the country in scoring. I literally thought that's what Neepkins was going to be, like number 2 or 3 in the country, like she was last year. You did. You wanted her. Neepkins took a look at South Carolina too. They want South Carolina wanted Gianna. Yeah. Yeah, that game, I was watching her in the American Cup. Oh yeah, that's right. And I'm down. UCLA yes, she did play well in the American Cup. Yes. I said the same thing, Jay. I was like, shit. She gonna be flame thrown out from for UCLA. And she just UCLA's system isn't about individuality there. It's a very team-oriented team. Their system is very team-oriented, chess match. So it's not like one superstar. But I damn sure thought it would be her. That boosted Neepkins during the American Cup, which is why the Big Four felt some kind. Oh, Big Four. I thought Michaela was the reason why Big Four felt that way. I thought for some reason it was more Michaela Blake's more than Neepkins. Big Four mad that Blake swoops out. Yeah. I don't think she predicted Blake's to be as good. I knew she would be. Like let's say Juju was in the league. I knew it would be that she wanted to get the freshman of the year like she did. And then I could tell when her and Shay Roth were talking at the awards that she spoke so highly of Michaela. And then the way that Michaela was like maneuvering, I was like, she really want to be National Player of the Year. And I was like, but how's she going to get that over Ju? And so I was thinking maybe her senior year or junior year, but then she would have to contend with Sarah. That's what I was thinking. And so with Ju out, I said, well, then her comp will probably be Sarah Strong. And Sarah's just consistent, steady riding, doing her thing. And Michaela, uh, with the addition of Galvan, that helps her a lot. The senior Sasha Washington, Passat, I think she has somebody. I said, Michaela is not going to take. She played so good like this summer. I was like, she's not going to take her foot off the gas. She wants it all. And I said, the only way I would give Michaela Blake's next year anything close to National Player of the Year is if she can get her team in the Elite Eight or the top 8 in the country. She has done that. She's not in the Elite Eight, but she's done one thing that I asked her to do for me to even consider her is to have her team in the top 5. Next, she's got to get at least to the Elite Eight, if not the Final Four. Obviously, if she's in the Final Four, I'm dead on. But I guess the award is decided. But she did one of the things that I did not think that she was gonna do, and she did it. So now I'm leaning towards, well, goddamn, Michaela, Blake's taking that home this year. There's no debate. She got that. You don't think the ESPN UConn connection is gonna still have Sarah in that conversation? Or what do you guys think? Is there a debate between Sarah Strong going on and Michaela Blake's? Ju, we still got to give this lady 2 to 3 full years Tennessee. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And she, plus she's bringing in Tennessee getting some recruits, I think. Yes. She got big old Olivia Edwards coming in. So you got to give her a shot. You got to give her another shot. You think Blake's takes the most free throw shots in the nation? Nobody can stop her running scoop shot without fouling her. That's a crazy layup package, ain't it? That is a crazy layup package she got. And she's not even guarded like Ju. I think because she moves so much more than without the ball than Ju. But yeah, that little layup scoop shot, trust me, they'll scout it. What was that game when she had to sit down? She had a bunch of fouls. Texas got the top class, and then no, Farrell, it's not you guys, sweetheart. It's Texas, then USC has the 1 and 2 top class, and damn sure today we have a official visit with Sarah Okeke to USC today. Probably see her tomorrow, and yeah, tell them, Jay, it's Texas. Then USC. You made that up in your head. That's what you guys be doing. You guys be gaslighting. You don't care what the predictors say. You just straight say. Well, you got to be specific when you say that. Because is it we need blocks in honor of Juju. Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah, you got to be like Big Foe. Big Foe said, I'm going to get me a block against that 6'7". Hell yes, Laura can get 3. Yeah, for sure. Laura can get some blocks. Jazzy's, what she averages, and what Kennedy averages. So I think when you're at home and you feel the support of the crowd behind you and everything that you do, so that you do well, and you feel the crowd behind you, it makes a difference. Yeah, we got some great recruits. If we get Sarah Okeke, we're set. We're set anyway, in my opinion, but I mean, we're like easily set. And if we get Sydney Savory and Okeke, I'm sitting back just like enjoying this. I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to sit back and just watch it all unfold. Because, you got to build the chemistry. You got to build the system. You got to be able to play together, which is the same as building chemistry. And doesn't take that long to do it, but it's what we're gonna do. Hold on, be right back. What y'all got to say? Let's see. USC. Yeah. Did y'all see Flood J's jersey on senior night instead of go? Oh yeah, I saw that. I liked it. I did say that. It was faux for Big Four. I like that. I saw that. I did see that. They sent her off well. That's good. I did see that. I need Jazzy Ken to link with Juju's mom and put that bun in one time. put the bun in. Put the bun in on who? On Jazzy Ken to link. Oh, to put it on both of them. That's a brand, baby. That's a brand. That's a brand. You can't wear it. You can't wear it. Well, I ain't gonna say you can't wear Juju's bun because what's her name used to wear it. Something close to it. Dominique Darius. We loaded as well. Yes, you are. That's why ESPN has you 2 and us 3 opening way too early poll. Also guard play as well. But I'm not worried about it. I know that we're gonna be 1 and 2 back and forth in the country. A lot of pollen in the air this time of the year, Brazil. It's understandable. Also, you was like, they really did. I caught something in my eye when they let Izzy in the game. Oh yeah. I saw that too. I love that when they do that. Also, guard, they did that at Iowa. A lot of pollen in the air. Thanks for giving me that. Jay, shout out, I think. I got you. I wonder what the documentary is about with the Bruins. I'm thinking last year, but I'm thinking, we were the only one that beat them, and then eventually UConn. I mean, she went hard about it too. She went really. She really went hard on them. They only lost 2 games before they got to the Final Four, and to go in that hard, specifically because of us, lets me know like this is personal. This whole thing with her is more personal than it is rivalry. Like, because what was the? Come on, like this is the Trojans. Like you think we just gonna roll over? Like, what did you have that we didn't have? It's more like who we had that you didn't have. I like Big Foe. Just hope this guy don't draft. CJ, what's going on, CJ? Same, CJ. Good Lord, please don't. Yeah, both of them. Oh wow, yeah. That document. I think it comes on. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern today or tomorrow. I wonder why they would have it after the game. Wouldn't you want to put the documentary on before the game tomorrow? What's our Jay? What is the game coming on TV? What channel? Let me see if I can. Oh, I just pulled it up. What am I talking about? Oh, Fox. Take a deep look inside the UCLA women's basketball 24-25 season. UCLA presented by Authentic Asia premieres tomorrow at 5 o'clock our time on FS1 after the game. So it's going to come on after they play us. The Bruins had a documentary as well after the Tigers had beaten them. Okay. And they built their team to take them down. Okay. It talks about their win over my Gamecocks in their season. The Bruins take the matchups against Tigers and the Trojans very seriously. You could tell, huh? She had them girls crying. Whoever's not coming back, you're calling me tomorrow. That's what she told them girls. Wow. So, for those of you who watched Kiyomi Miller have a legacy game against the Trojan, a program win for them, she only had 4 points today against Indiana. And I think it was a game that the team needed to get to our Big Ten conference as a team that Indiana needed to make it in. So Indiana won. And that's what I'm talking about. You don't go from 40 and only score 4 the next game. I seriously said it, say it again. She wanted to perform. Kiyomi wanted to show out in front of Juju. But Kiyomi's going to have a chance to play in front of a great crowd next year, in front of celebrities. So whatever she was looking for, she going to find it. She going to find out. She going to FAFO. That's why anytime I go in when it comes to the Trojan, I just go in like I go in with the expectation that we can win, right? I go into it like it looks, by odds wise, it doesn't look hopeful. It doesn't look like we have what it, will take. But I'm not gonna walk into them like that. I'm gonna walk in until I see differently. I think we can win, and if we did something incredible like that, just to gain momentum, moving in, moving forward, just out of sheer rivalry, like and win, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, because I don't know how they're gonna look. I don't know, are they Trojans gonna be flat? Are they gonna be up for this? You know, Miller will be in the portal. I'm thinking. I don't know, McMillan. I don't know why, where would she go? Where, who needs her, Maryland? I mean, everybody has a guard that's the guards are already taken up at the top positions. The top 5, 6 in the country, 7, 8 in the country. Where do you see Kiyomi fitting when people say that? You're just gonna go from Rutgers to Penn State, maybe Maryland or something like that. Is all I can think of. Oregon, like, what are you doing? Where does she fit? Yeah, 3 teams of the year. That's not a good look. That's like a Janai Barker look. USC will sweep them next season. We definitely gonna sweep them. Cause I mean, I'm not saying that Corey's not doesn't have recruits looking. She had one to decommit, a really, really good one, important one. But she she's not gonna go without getting some veteran portal transfers and so on and so forth. But it ain't gonna be competitive enough to beat us. Hello? Hold on. What is she hearing? It's really windy out here. Tennessee played pretty good against LSU the other night. They just really fell flat in the third. She got one more year to prove herself. Dang, you guys are hardcore. Where'd she go? Baby in emergency. Here. Jay, definitely a hot seat season coming up. Same coach. Ooh, for Coach Yo, too. Mm. Well, Coach Yo is the second best coach behind Van Chancellor at Ole Miss. So I don't know, guys, about that. I need to clean this lens off real quick. Hold on. You guys are being super hard on these coaches. You guys are being super hard on these coaches. Yo, coach, she's secure. She turned out. She did. She's right behind Van Chancellor in winning percentages. He's the greatest, coach that they've had at excuse me, at Ole Miss. So I don't think Coach Yo is going anywhere. I really don't think Coach Caldwell is going anywhere, unless she's fed up or something. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that. Remember the game the Trojans played against the Rebels? That was one of my favorite games. They said the Trojans has 2% chance of winning, and I rejected. Yeah, what was that about? Why would we have? You sure they said that? That's when we had the Kiki Arifin, number one portal pick player. We had the number one freshman class, and we have Juju Watkins. Why would they think? I mean, if you thought that Ole Miss was going to win, you must really, not you, but people must really think the SEC is here and everybody else is there, no matter who we got. I thought that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, they both opened up, and we had only maybe a private scrimmage, and we weren't even playing. Like, we didn't even open up and have no open games where people saw us play or anything. That was like a real fresh game. I said, who's gonna be who? What Coach Yo has going on in her paper is that she's in Mississippi. Ain't nobody time for that. I'm glad you said it. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad you said it. I was just gonna say it. We got time for that shit. The South don't play about these sports. They gonna rock with her. You got to remember, Coach Yo is a great coach, but at the end of the day, she made a comment about AP, and then she hasn't gotten a ranked win outside of Tennessee. I don't know what AP is. People think the SEC is so physical and that other conferences can't bang with them. USC wants all the smoke, and the refs don't even let us play our game like we really want to. They know, Jay. And the Big Ten has more depth. We have more depth. We have the Big Ten. They'll have like teams right there, fat in the middle out of top 25 rankings, and other things. It's like the Big Ten has more depth to them. And then also, we have a team right now higher ranked in the AP than an SEC team. It's like this SEC team, because of the recent win from South Carolina and then the recent win from LSU. Like in the last few years, they have the upper echelon, like one or two teams. But then when it comes to like draining it all out in comparison, we have the most depth in the Big Ten, and we do play good basketball over here. We do play good basketball. We play really good basketball, really tough, like day in and day out. Like our games are tough, like against them. They'll try to hang with you. Um, you know, I mean, our first time in the Big Ten was crazy, with the travel and then with playing teams that, we weren't, we don't normally play. Like the last time I guessed it, I said, damn, the last time I ever remember USC ever, if ever, played Rutgers was the 1990s. And then it was like, we were traveling to Pennsylvania, or Pennsylvania came to us. We went to Maryland. We was out there, playing Indiana. We went all the way to Wisconsin. Yeah, it was just like the travel goes crazy. It's not like next door. Like in the Pac 12, I love the Pac 12 because we got to see you twice, at home and away. Like if we lost to you, we damn sure going to see you again. And familiar with you. Travel was right on the West Coast, maybe Utah, Arizona, Oregon schools, Oregon State, Oregon. So it was like everything was so compact, right in the same area. Now I admire how the USC got them prepared to go across the country, stay 6 days, stay 4 days, and it's just crazy. It's a lot. The SEC and the ACC, King Lion, I love that. I think they should do SEC and the Big Ten Challenge. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do something like that. The sentiment has been there for years. The South is rough, and the West Coast is speed and finesse. I think it's for all sports. Now the East, I don't know what they are known for. I thought the East was. No, I never thought. I always thought the East was like physical. I guess when I thought of South, I thought of like Big 12, Oklahoma. Courtney Paris and her sister, and Jody Conrad and them in the South, in Texas. That's what I think of South. And Tennessee, things like that, more so. That's, over the years. And then you had Georgia, and then you had Ruthie Bolton in Auburn. Or let me not even just talk about Ruthie Bolton. Let's talk about like a Minty Price was Ole Miss, I think. You had Angel McCoughtry. Cheryl Swoops was Texas Tech. You had Notre Dame, that was Midwest. That's a team that was in, up there, right? Oklahoma and Texas is not the dirty. Oh. And then you have, LSU with Sue Gunter and Pokey Chapman era. With your girl, Moni Mo from that's the coach now. Sylvia Fowles, that's a banger right there. Then we had also back in my day, it was like Old Dominion, and Old Dominion was tough with Tisha Pinachero, Jennifer Agee, Jennifer Versati. I guess the Big Ten was Kelsey Mitchell and Nas Hillman, Michigan. Forget the big girl that came out of Ohio State. Besides, I can go back Katie Smith and Ohio State. Rutgers, you already know Rutgers. What they had the Essence and the Epiphanies and the Cappy Pondexters, and basketball. We got some good stuff. Indiana, I would probably think was Katie. Katie that went to Indiana Fever. Smith, Katie Jones. I can't remember her name. She came out of Indiana, I think. Let's see. Of course, UConn. I gotta disagree. Keyline, Michigan would lose by 20 against Indiana. Michigan Wolverines have the toughness that South Carolina does not have. So in the brackets, in the latest bracketology, Who do you think South Carolina will face in the current bracketology? Who's South Carolina? Because they're like a number one seed, South Carolina, right? Who do you see them facing in the Final Four? Just a guess. If you were to 26, let's see, bracketology from Charlie Cream. Charlie Cream. Charlie Cream. Let's see. SC. No, in the Final Four. Like, you got to look at the bracket and see who's on that. UCLA is not on their side. Okay. I did say Final Four, didn't I? Okay, so can y'all see that? So if you're looking at this screen, and I'm going to look at the top overall seed, UConn, last team in, Nebraska, first team out, Richmond. Brackets, Region 4, Region 1, Region 2. UCLA, UConn, Lexington, Durham. Where's South Carolina at? Baton Rouge, Fort Worth, Columbia. There you guys are. So here you guys are. There you guys are. South Carolina to play Alabama A&M or Chattanooga, Oregon, and Villanova. We're over here with Ohio State and Texas, right? SC versus UCLA for the Final Four. That's a semi prediction you guys are making? Oh, man, Green Bay, Louisiana Tech, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Georgia. And where did Vanderbilt end up going? Oh, they're in Nashville playing Washington, Clemson, or Navy. All right, so wait, what brackets does Charlie Cream have us in? I think it's Sacramento. With Iowa right here. In Sacramento, Texas, High Point, USC, and Ohio State. Did you catch that, Jay? Texas plays High Point, USC plays Ohio State. If we beat Audie Crooks in Ohio State, we got to probably play Texas. You see it? I was looking at Autumn's bracket from the Michigan and Maryland game today. She had a bracket. Autumn has a bracket. Yeah, she does have a bracket. But what seed? Okay, you can't see it. Let me see. We're in this bracket, like Charlie Cream, we're 8th seed. You see it now? We're 8th seed. Right here. Right here. 8th seed. So 8th and 9th seeds will have the propensity, we'll have the play like a number 1 seed. 8th and 9th seeds have to play the number 1 seeds. Go to Autumn Johnson's bracket. You know, she loves us, so she's gonna do her best to try to be subjective. her prediction, she doesn't keep still. She kind of like talks during it. Where'd she go? Let's see. I don't care if it wants to flag me at this point. Let's see.
Fort Worth. My 1 seed, UConn. The Huskies have a chance to finish the regular season undefeated with Georgetown and St. John's ahead. Plus the Big East tournament, UConn is in full control of locking in that #1 overall seed. My 2 seed, LSU. February 26th versus Tennessee will be critical. A win stabilizes LSU on the 2 line, and the Tigers are trying to remain top 4 in the SEC to get a double bye in the conference tournament. 3 seed, Maryland. Big matchup coming up February 28th versus Michigan could determine whether they stay on the 3 line, sitting at number 14 in the net rankings. 4 seed, Oklahoma. The Sooners are playing their best basketball right now with 3 straight ranked wins versus SEC foes to beef up its resume heading into the SEC tournament. Region 2, Sacramento. My 1 seed, UCLA. The Big Ten regular season champs will look to close out the regular season undefeated versus crosstown foe, USC. They're solid on the 1 line with 14 quad 1 wins. My 2 seed, Vanderbilt. March 1st versus Tennessee is huge. The Vols will be playing with a level of desperation, but the Commodores look primed to make some noise in this battle, plus the SEC tournament for a look at the 1 line. My 3 seed, Duke. The loss to Clemson cost them a shot at moving up, even with Louisville sliding. March 1st versus North Carolina is pivotal. A win plus the ACC tournament keeps the 2 seed conversation alive. 4 seed, Kentucky. The tight loss to Vanderbilt doesn't hurt much. The Wildcats remain steady here. However, Auburn and then South Carolina up next for the Wildcats. Region 3, Fort Worth. My 1 seed, South Carolina, nice and firm on the 1 line with 9 quad 1 wins. I have the Gamecocks coming out on top in the SEC tournament. 2 seed, Michigan. The recent loss doesn't drop them, but the week ahead is critical. Ohio State and Maryland will not be a walk in the park, but talk about a huge resume booster that could solidify this 2 seed or create some movement. 3 seed TCU. March 1st versus Baylor is a major Big 12 battle. Winning strengthens their case, and the Horned Frogs will have the home court advantage. Baylor will be playing with a level of sense of urgency, currently sitting outside the top 4 seeds. My 4 seed, Michigan State, holding steady, feeling really good after taking down Minnesota. The Spartans would like to host, but they have to get through Ohio State and go through a gauntlet in the Big Ten tournament. Region 4, Sacramento. My 1 seed, Texas, 9 quad 1 wins. This spot is a little vulnerable when it comes to 1 seeds. For now, the Longhorns are sitting comfortable on the 1 line in hopes of coming out on top in the SEC tournament. For my 2 seed, Iowa, a massive top 10 win over Michigan pushes Iowa up to the 2 line, combined with ACC upsets to help with the movement. My 3 seed, Louisville, sliding to the 3. March 1st versus Notre Dame is a bounce back opportunity. The Cards have to close out strong, plus have a good showing in the ACC tournament after its unranked loss to Virginia. 4 seed Ohio State, 2 huge resume games coming up real soon. February 25th versus Michigan, March 1st versus Michigan State. These games will determine whether they stay on the 4 line or push higher. For my bubble teams, there was chaos, as I mentioned, in the ACC that pushed some squads in. Clemson and Virginia shaking things up, securing top 10 wins, which puts others in a very vulnerable position in territory. My last 4 in, Virginia Tech, Nebraska, Princeton, and Colorado. My first 4 out, Arizona State, Stanford, South Dakota State, and Utah. Come on back every Tuesday. I will have my latest bracket prediction ready for you.
Okay, did y'all hear that? So that was she must have done that. So she must have done that on Tuesday. So she says she does it every Tuesday. Iowa had beat Michigan, and so good, loud and clear, good. Okay, nice bracket. So how do you guys feel about the bracket? So if they were to stop today, do they seem like they're fair? I think the way the bracket is right now, that it favors Vanderbilt, and it looks like Vanderbilt to me could make a Final Four. Here, no, but I made a comment because I knew she probably did. I made a comment. I just guessed that what is she? Because by something I saw on Twitter, I said I know they're not saying that she tried to disrespect Juju, who's out with injury. What did she say, Key Lion? Because if she want to play like that, we'll boo her the whole time. We had enough. I think Vandy's capable too, Farrell. What did she say? Because Jay and I, we'll head the boo crowd. We'll do them just the way we did Mississippi State if she want to come out and play. She won't be able to, they won't be able to hear shit from her in the huddle if she want to play with us like that. You don't mess with the princess Juju in the city of LA. You crazy. You crazy. You asking for it. You better get escorted to your vehicles, your bus. I know just where the bus be at too. So what she want? She want to pump up her chest right now. What? While we're in a build year, like this is what you want to do, Corey? Because what we gonna do next year, it ain't gonna be you're up by 40 and you still got Juju, Jazzy, Kennedy, Sanaya, and Tia in the game at the fourth quarter. You better tell them, Jay. Pride come before the fall. If that's how she wanna act, cause she know Juju's down. Who does that? What she say, King Lion? Somewhat summarize. And is she talk? Are you talking about last year? And did she say? Did they bring up something that she said last year? Or is she saying something currently? What I heard is that she didn't have empathy because Juju's out. Gotcha. Let's paraphrase. That's cool. Okay. She don't need no empathy. We ain't gonna have no empathy, sympathy, compassion when she ain't got shit coming to UCLA next year. She rage baiting. She want them to play triggered. Now she meaning not to take USC lightly, because empathy is a different word. That's true, Jay. Good job. Good catch. That's a different word. That's a whole different word. She doesn't have any sympathy or empathy for the Trojans. You didn't ask her to. We got the better freshman, huh? So if she want to go out, see, that's the thing. She be double talking and she be saying little things, Jay. And that's why Lindsay was like in the press conference. She was like, oh, excuse me, what did she say? Just to be clear, just to be sure, talking about us hitting threes, not familiar with us hitting threes early in the first quarter, like that's a one-off, nigga, please. So that's okay. We ain't gonna have it for you either. And not to say that we would have ever had something to that nature. So, let the chips fall where they may. So we gonna line them up, Jay. I'm gonna be there early, Jay. I like to see them warm up, so I'm gonna come in early. I don't know if you ended up changing your ticket, but you know where I'm gonna be sitting right there. I'll be right behind, straight down, and I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna give me a little cocktail. I'm gonna chill. I'm just saying. I want to see my girls. I want to chill. Got to send Kara London off properly, and basically, I want to see some growth and parent. I don't want to see no fear in goddamn Gerda's eyes, nor Viv, nor Jazzy. I want to see no fear in their eyes. I don't care what the score is. Play your game. Stay connected. No matter what is going on, get in a huddle, come to each other, the usual second huddle that you do on the floor. Stay connected, stay involved, make eye contact with each other. Don't backbite on one another. Stay connected. I'm going to be behind the bench. I need to hear what Lindsay's saying to these girls. Oh, okay. Me too. Yeah, okay, cool. Do that. Yeah, but Kyrie was like, yeah, but why say that? Yeah, I'm fired up, Jay, because it's like, like, but why say that? I mean, there's a way to acknowledge Jujula's team, but why are you picking, you just glad she's not in the game. But her presence and her leadership is still there. All right, so we got the Unrivaled playoffs. We got Unrivaled right coming up right now. So I'm gonna go take a look at that. And Jay, you say you're gonna go to the high school game. Look at our future Trojan Special K. I love how to piss people off if I say that. Special K, future Trojan. I don't want to put that out there and get her upset, because I know her and her family have to make a decision, and I get it, and I respect whatever she chooses to do. But Ontario Christian will be playing Sierra Canyon tonight, 8:00 at you said Toyota Center or something to that effect. I'm going to watch me some Unrivaled. I want to thank all of you that have come and joined me, but I need you all to please hit that like button. Will you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and whatever you got to do to help me get subscribers. Post on your page, if you will, for a replay. And if you're watching my show on a replay, feel free to make and leave a comment like you've all been doing. I appreciate that too. And leave that comment, and I'll respond. If you'd like to make a donation, please do so to my Cash App at Juju on the Beat, $ Juju on the Beat 100. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Tomorrow is early enough probably for Jay and I to get back and come on in the chat and come back up, and I'll tell you what we experienced. I know that damn Special K. Oh my. Game's at 3 over with. It'll be up early enough for me to come up and see what happened around the country and let you know how it was at the Galen Center. I don't feel she was being disrespectful. She was basically saying next woman up. That said, when you put that out there in the ether, people will take it the way they want. Right. Like, it's kind of like that. It's like, you know what I mean? When you hear it, it's kind of like, what's she mean? It's like you wondering, and it's like, nah, I ain't focusing on you, Corey. So yeah, man, I appreciate you faithful ones from joining me. Y'all down with me. Hit that button, that notification button for the next one, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Around here, this is more than a game. It's family, it's culture, it's legacy. A community that understands the work, respects the grind, and honors the journey. From the hardwood to the highlight moments, to every player chasing greatness. This is where passion grows, where fans become family, where standards are protected, where women's basketball lives. Welcome to Everybody Loves Juju 12.